Hello, welcome. Hope you are having a great day so far. We are talking about 1 Samuel chapter 13 today. And at the beginning of the chapter, we learned that Saul was 30 years old when he was appointed to be king over Israel. And he actually reigned for 42 years. Now we see some battles happening in this chapter, and we meet Saul's son, Jonathan. And actually, Jonathan is very successful when it comes to leading men in battle. But there's kind of an issue here. He wants to take credit for everything. So some of the victories that his son has, Saul actually takes credit for them. Later on in the chapter, we read about a time where Samuel had instructed Saul to wait 7 days for him to do a burnt offering. It was customary during this time that a priest had to be present when an offering was made, so this was taken very, very seriously. Well, after 7 days, Samuel does not arrive, and Saul grows impatient and decides to make the offering on his own. Right as he is finishing the offering, the ceremony, Samuel shows up, and he is furious. And here is what he says in verse 13. "How foolish," Samuel explained. "You have not kept the command the Lord your God gave you. Had you kept it, the Lord would have established your kingdom over Israel forever. But now your kingdom must end, for the Lord has sought out a man after his own heart. The Lord has already appointed him to be the leader of his people because you have not kept the Lord's command." So this was huge. What I want to share with you is the footnote that deals today with the end of the chapter, verses 19 through 22. It says, Israel was in no position to conquer anyone. We learn as we read toward the end of the chapter that Saul, that he's put the Israelites in a difficult predicament. And it tells us that they were in no position to conquer anyone. The army had no iron weapons and no facilities for turning their tools into weapons. In fact, if the Israelites wanted to sharpen their tools, they had to pay Philistine blacksmiths to do it because the Philistines had a carefully guarded monopoly on iron and blacksmithing, and they charged high prices for sharpening farm implements. The Philistines' tight control over the technology, along with their surprise raids, demoralized the Israelites and kept them in subjection. Against such superiority, the Israelites were at a serious disadvantage. How could they hope to defeat their oppressors? Only with God's help. God wanted to give Israel victory without iron swords, so they would realize their true source of strength. So the chapter ends like the Israelites are in a predicament. But God kind of set this up on purpose, and we're going to see that in the next chapter. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.